we're going to connect to your shadow, more specifically to your divine dark feminine, your dark feminine shadow, and see if she has any messages for you. If you were guided to watch this reading, she most definitely does have messages for you. So, welcome. And in this point in the reading, I want you to choose a pile. I have 3 piles here and 3 items that can guide you. Maybe you resonate with the items more than the cards, and that will guide you to your pile. But in the first pile, we have this bronzy feather. In the second pile, we have this nail that I found on the ground. I don't know why I took it. I just saw it and I was like, I want to take that with me. Maybe it was because of this reading, and yeah, I don't know. But anyways, we have the third pile here with this clear quartz necklace that I broke, but it's really beautiful, so I saved it. So whichever pile you feel the most connected to, choose that one, and then you can skip ahead to your reading. So if you chose the pile with this feather item, this is your reading. Welcome. Right now, I want you to take a deep breath because this energy feels kind of heavy, and I'm going to get regular tarot too, but I'm going to get that later on. But right now, we're going to focus on these 3 cards here because these are the main themes of this reading for you. This number 1 card here represents innocence and purity and just this childlike energy. And I feel like this collective, you are people who are really, really good-hearted. Your heart is so pure and you have such pure intentions with people. There is a lack of boundaries here with this 2 of air and this 9 of earth here. It feels like you give too much but you receive very little. So there needs to be a balance of these 2. It's kind of funny how this 2 of air is in the middle of these cards. I'm now noticing that this is kind of confirmation for the dualism that you might lack in your life. You should connect more to your shadow and find ways to be strict with people, to have more self-respect. Because with your pure heart, you give and you give and you give, but do you remember to receive? And do you remember your worth? I feel like you might often forget that you're worthy of respect and love too. And the more you give and give and give, the less you remember to give things to yourself too. It's not always about receiving from others, but also receiving from yourself. You might be into like charity and like helping people in need, and that is very good. Like that's good karma for you, and I applaud you for that. But remember that it's always you first, and then whatever is left after you give to yourself is going to flow to other people effortlessly. You are a very nurturing person. I feel like other people around you search for comfort in you. You're the type of person that people call or contact or text when they feel down and they need someone who can just listen to them and give them a hug. And that's a really beautiful energy to embody. So be proud of that. Not a lot of people can provide that sense of love for other people. Some people, your heart space is really open. I can sense that your heart is like pouring love onto other people, and you might not notice that yourself, but other people, they respect that in you because your heart space is really open. I'm also drawn to like the roses and this color like purple that seems to be like in this card a little bit too, but this like pinkish hue. So you might like pastel colors, or maybe that's something that's significant to you. And also like this little platform here, it looks like something that's Greek. And now I'm also noticing that there's like a dragon in here. Wow, so many details that I haven't noticed before, and now I'm paying attention to them. Also a rose here. So roses or Venus and like this feminine power could be something that is really significant to you. I also feel like a lot of you could have children, or you maybe want to have children and like a big family at some point in your life. Wow. Okay, so right now I'm going to move towards the tarot. So, well, I'm seeing the lovers. Okay, so you're somebody who's a really, really loving person. And this was supposed to be like a shadow reading, but I'm getting this like really, really pure light from you. So I feel like, oops, wait. I personally like to think about. I'm seeing the lovers again. What the? Okay, well, yeah, sure. And the Two of Swords again. I just saw it. That's interesting. I think I'm gonna get these cards out because these are definitely something that's coming through in this reading. But as I was saying before, I like to look at people and their shadow and light as a spectrum, you know? Like it's not like dark and shadow, it's like you have your own spot in it. And I feel like you are personally in that spectrum, you're definitely like more to the light. You have a shadow, like obviously you have a shadow side to you, but your light is a lot bigger than your shadow here. With the lovers and the Two of Swords, I feel like you have trouble in love. You might have trouble receiving love from other people because you're always you're always the person who gives love. So in relationships and like intimate relationships with people, you might have trouble to receive love from your partners, and you might attract people that are not good for you because of that. As I was saying in the beginning of this reading, it's like you give so much. So you should be with someone who knows how to give an equal amount to you. And I feel like that's not something that's okay, well, that's confirmation. If you're in a relationship right now, I feel like your shadow side is trying to tell you that this relationship is not working. And I feel like there's... Ooh, okay, interesting. Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. It's like some of you should break up. Some of you should communicate how you feel, because I feel like you know this. Because your shadow obviously is a part of you. So your shadow communicates to you in what ways or in other ways. And your shadow side, your dark feminine, is saying that it's enough of this person. I don't want to see this person anymore. But you're not listening to that, right? Strength card. Your shadow side is clearly saying that you are in a situation with someone that's not benefiting you, and your dark feminine wants to let all the rage and all the opinions and all the demands out, but you're not allowing that to come out because you are blinded by something. You have an illusion around this situation. Your shadow side is trying to tell you to move forward, to break this cycle, but you're not listening to it because you're caught up in these behaviors that you're used to be in. And with the Strength card here, it's like when you come out of this situation, you're going to be so much stronger than you were before, and you're going to form these boundaries that you're going to respect. Because I feel like you're the type of person that you like to tell yourself that you have boundaries, but you might have boundaries that you have like thought about, like this is what I want and this is what I deserve, but you never really implement all of these things and these boundaries and these thoughts to your reality. Your true sense of self is something that shows in your reality, in your relationships, in the people around you. Not just something that you say, it's something that you do. It's about action. And you're okay, yeah, definitely there needs to be a balance of give and take in your life. And your dark feminine is fed up with this energy of giving and giving and giving and draining yourself out and feeling depressed because of that, because you lack this, you lack self-love here, you lack self-respect. I'm really sorry if this is triggering you. I feel like the person watching this is not happy to hear these news, but this is just something that you are meant to hear, and I'm here to deliver this message to you. The Ten of Cups again, so I'm going to take that out too. That also reminds me of family. This is too many cards, Spirit. Can I have like a few more cards, please? A few more cards, please, Spirit. With the Ten of Cups, I feel like this illusion is also something that has to do with your family or like your loved ones. If you're not connected to your family right now, it's definitely your loved ones and your friends. I feel like the people around you might abuse your the people around you might abuse and take advantage of your love because of the way that you give to others without ever expecting them to give anything back to you. And that's really sad. Your shadow is literally like so mad, so angry, and so drained. And your dark feminine wants to rise up and go to the pedestal, step into like a pedestal, like as we were talking about this before. You could have past lives where you've been royalty or like a queen or a king or whatever. And that's just like the energy you emit. And right now, look at the people around you. Do they give you the things that you deserve? Do the people around you give you what you deserve? And don't lie to yourself when it comes to be honest, because the more you spend time with people who don't appreciate you and don't have an equal give and take. I'm having trouble articulating my words, so you could have trouble with communication or your throat chakra, maybe. I'm trying to communicate better now, but I don't know if it's gonna work out. But anyways, your dark feminine wants to rise to the throne that it belongs to, but you're stopping it through these people and through these situations that you allow yourself to be in. This is a really emotional moment for your shadow. I can sense that. But it's a new year. It's new intentions, and you have until spring for your biological, clock to start birthing a new version of yourself. So I would suggest that during this time of still hibernating during the winter, maybe pay attention on what you want to release, what you want to leave in 2021, and what do you want to become during this year of 2022. It's also the year of the divine feminine, like legit. It's a 6, number 6, 222. So it's time for the divine feminine to rise. And it's time for you to set those boundaries and actually implement them into your reality. You can't just say that you have boundaries if you don't actually implement them. Because you're allowing people to use you and take advantage of your love and your open heart and your pure intentions, okay? I'm going to get some advice cards for you. So can we have some advice for this collective of people, Spirit, please? It's time to walk away. Wow, this is really heavy. Yes, for you to step out of this cycle, it's time for you to walk away. I feel like you really don't know what you want. For you to walk away fully from this situation, you need to know what you desire. What do you desire here? And with like all these swords, it's like you need this mental work here. You need to have this moment with yourself, by yourself, and just look at yourself in the mirror and figure out, what do I desire? What do I want to get out of this life? And stop living your life through other people. That's never going to work out. Because you're stopping this new cycle from beginning with this devil card energy. With toxic relationships, toxic people around you who don't appreciate you, who don't appreciate what you give. And you know what? When you show the universe that this is not what I want, they will always show you something better. So when you get rid of these people and these situations in your life that are causing this devil energy, that are causing this mental struggle within you, you're going to step into a beautiful new cycle. You could be a fixed sign, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, or Scorpio, but don't have to be. And that's also like the influence here. It's like the fixed energy that's really coming through from here. It's like you've built this reality for yourself and you're having trouble trying to let it go and step into a new reality here. And your dark feminine wants to destroy all of this. Like I'm seeing this vision of like this dragon that's like breathing fire through these cards and being like, oh, I'm sick of this. I want to get rid of all this energy. I don't want this anymore. It's time to burn everything down, destroy everything, and then start from the ashes. Start from the beginning and create something that you actually deserve, because you deserve so much more than what this reading is giving me right now. This is not giving it, okay? This is not giving it. I also see this vision of somebody like going down like a fractal, like a tunnel, like a pipe maybe. And this is reminding me of like karmic cycles in the way that you've been running circles in the same karmic cycle for so long that you're like creating like a well for yourself that you're sinking into, because you've been running around the same karmic cycle for so long. So if you want things to change, you need to do something differently here. I'm sending you so much healing energy right now, because this feels really difficult. You might be somebody who's afraid of change. So just know that with the feather, it's like this whole energy is protected. Like, well, not protected, but you're protected in this energy too. Your spirit guides have your back, and whatever signs you want them to show you, whatever guidance you need, just ask and they will give it to you. They will open the doors, but you have to walk through the doors yourself. They can't force you out of anything. And honestly, like, that's not true, because actually they can. There's going to be a tower moment unless you actually step out of this energy. The universe is going to do it for you if you don't do it. But until then, they're going to encourage you to walk through the other doors that are being opened to you. It's really time for you to heal this energy and move towards success and new things that you actually desire, that you want to manifest into your reality here. Okay. Thank you so much for watching this reading. If you're interested in purchasing a personal reading for me, my Etsy is linked in the description box below. I feel like such a YouTuber saying like description box. But anyways, it's linked there, and also with my TikTok and my Instagram. If you haven't found this through my TikTok, I also do readings there. And my Instagram is just me like talking shit and posting selfies. So if you're interested in that too, go ahead and follow me. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Love you. This reading is for those who chose the nail pile here. These are the three first cards that were in the pile. We're going to get more tarot from my classic tarot deck. But first, let's dip into these energies here. I'm getting a lot of like different downloads firstly and foremostly. I'm seeing 1, 2 here, so it's reminding me of December. So I feel like December could be significant for you. Maybe something happened last December, or maybe your birthday is in December, or maybe something about the number 12 here. I'm drawn to this braid here, and also I'm seeing like your dark feminine and your light feminine here being in balance. So this is possibly something that you've been working towards recently, like integrating your shadow, integrating your feminine energy into your masculine also, because with the ace of fire here, it's more of a masculine energy, but I see that you've been working towards implementing both of them into your reality so that you can take action but also create and, let yourself flow and allow your feminine energy to really like, surrender to your own masculine energy. Ace of fire here is also talking about new beginnings, new passionate beginnings. It's like the ace of wands in tarot. So I'm also getting like the sacral energy. This also reminds me of like the sacral chakra here. And these patterns here, I'm drawn to these patterns. So that could be something that, also with the braid, that could be something that's significant to you. This also reminds me of like Celtic cross and, like Celtic symbols. So maybe you're into like, Celtic or like Norse witchcraft. Maybe you're a Norse pagan or something like that. I could be completely off here, but that's for somebody. Take what resonates, the drill. The third card here is about grounding and meditation and, letting Gaia heal you. Going out to the nature, not looking at your phone, experiencing this world as it is. And this is also something that's reminding me of something coming into fruition, because I don't know why it just reminds me of something rising up and, creating this, like this fertile, these apples and stuff, like this fertile energy. So I feel like something, wow, like the energy shifted as I was talking about that all of a sudden. I'm also suddenly like self-conscious about my head showing in this video. Maybe you've been feeling really stagnant lately, and now you can sense this integration of you, and all of the energies that you have within yourself are integrating themselves, and that's manifesting a lot of new beginnings for you. Right now, what your dark feminine and your divine feminine energy is guided to do is to meditate. Meditate in nature and connect to nature and ground yourself into this reality. And don't be so much in your head, because I feel like you can sense this shift of energy here. You can sense that something is something is ending. Some sort of a cycle is ending here. Wow. My posters are falling off the walls. But something is ending here and something new is about to come into your life. So you intuitively know this with the Queen of Cups here. You intuitively know that this is happening. And that's why you're so caught up in your head. You're like, wow, when is it coming? What is it? Like, show me already. And maybe you're getting like visions of this. And wow, amazing. Wow, okay. You are exactly where you're supposed to be right now. You're exactly where you're supposed to be right now. But you need to remember to stay balanced here. I'm getting chills in my legs right now. So, ooh, okay. Two of Swords here. Yeah, you're definitely in your head a little bit. So you need to ground that energy and trust that everything will reveal itself when it's time, when it's divine time for these things to reveal themselves. And until then, ground your energy. Connect to Gaia. Connect to Gaia, okay? The fuck. the poster that's falling off of my wall right now is like this picture of a forest. So that's confirmation to ground yourself and get out into nature. That's really like freaking me out right now. I'll be back soon. Yeah, I get it. Okay, I get it. And the poster also has like two mooses. I'm not sure if that's how you say it, or mees. No, no, it's not that. English is not my first language, okay? I'm just gonna say mooses. Has two mooses on it, so that could be a sign for you. Maybe that's an animal that you resonate with. With the Queen of Cups and the Chariot, it's like it's really important for you to remember to take care of yourself right now during this time, because you're moving towards this really successful period of your time, of your life, whatever you want to say that is. So it's really important for you to eat nourishing foods and allow yourself to rest and allow yourself to demand the things that you know you deserve. And I feel like you're the type of person that you already do that. You have strict boundaries, and that has brought you to this energy. But with the Two of Swords, it's like you have a few illusions around that you're like, that are clouding your judgment here. And your dark feminine is saying that you need to trust. You need to have blind faith here. Because as you have probably noticed, it has worked so far. So why are you so afraid of surrendering to this energy, okay? Why are you so afraid? Maybe that's a question that you should be thinking about. What makes you think that something would go wrong at this point in your life where everything has worked out so perfectly? Maybe in the past things have fallen out of your life and you've had these experiences where you that made you not trust the universe. But right now, that energy needs to go the fuck away from your life because you're moving towards such a beautiful chapter in your life that it makes no sense for you to doubt anything right now. Okay? You could be a fire or an earth sign. I'm getting like really fiery and passionate energy from this reading. Also, dragons are coming through. Dragon energy. Also here, I also heard Kali. That could be like the artist Kali Uchis or the goddess. Maybe you feel connected to the goddess Kali. Okay. So with the nine of Pentacles, with the Nine of Pentacles and the Two of Swords in here, this is reminding you to also ground your ideas to the reality, because I feel like you have a lot of things that you're thinking that you want to do, like all these ideas and, you know, inspiration for projects, but you're not really doing them. Like, you need to start doing them. Just start the first thing and see where it goes. I feel like you have this idea for a bigger project here, and you kind of need to meditate on it. Like, what is your intention in it? What is your intention? What is your story? What is the narrative that you want to bring out with this project, maybe? And maybe go deeper into it so that you can, you know, make it have more layers. Because I feel like the idea that you have right now is really good. Like, yes, keep on doing that. Keep thinking about it and meditating on it. Or meditate on it. But you could create more layers into it. I'm also getting that message for somebody. With the Nine of Pentacles, you're really glowing up, and you might feel like you're shifting every day, or like every week you feel like, oh, I can't remember what happened last week, that was not me, like, and all these things keep happening and you're like, whoa, like, where am I going in this life, like, what's happening? And this doesn't have to be like in the 3D. This could also be something that's happening in your inner world. Like, you feel like you're shifting so much and you're shedding all these past versions of yourself, and you don't even recognize the person that you were a few months ago. You're like, who was that? That was not me. And a lot of things maybe haven't changed in the 3D, but the more your inner world changes, the more your outer world will change, because they are always interconnected, right? So can we have more guidance for this group of people from their dark feminine energy? What messages do their shadow have for them? What is their shadow trying to tell them? I feel like you have a really, really healthy balance between your shadow and your light. That's something that's coming through, but you also might be one of those a little bit darker persons, darker people, I mean. You might be somebody who's a little bit like alternative, like maybe you wear a lot of black, or maybe you like darker things. You're connected to a little bit of a darker side. With the Emperor, okay. With the Emperor, and the Temperance card. That's a lot of cards. Can I have a few more, please? But not that much, Spirit. But what I was saying with the Emperor and the Temperance card. Ooh, okay. Right. This reading is taking like twists and turns right now. But as I was saying, I feel like there's like you need to like you can find balance. You're able to find balance if you wish to, but you need to have constant balance, right? Well, that's not possible to have like, constant like 24-hour balance every day, but you need to remember the balance that you can create, right? Because like you have to create this, like as you can see, like this emperor like looking up to the Queen of Cups here, like you're the Queen of Cups is like you in your feminine energy, and the Emperor is like you in your masculine energy. And maybe you've had to like protect your feminine energy a lot in your life, and that's why it took a lot for you to activate your feminine energy and really let it flow. But what you need to remember here is that you need to create this balance of them both and then keep them balanced as best as you can. And remember that you can balance them out. It's not possible for you. It's not impossible for you to do that. I'm mixing up my words here. I'm feeling a little bit confused, honestly. Like the energy is confusing me a little bit. And I'm just trying to like vibe with it. But it's kind of hard. Thank you, Spirit. The Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, it's like you're going through these confusing times. And you need to protect yourself from negative energies and entities and maybe evil eye. People might be sending you evil eye and negative energy because they're jealous of your growth or just because they're petty for something. People might be like, they don't deserve this. And that's why they're sending you this energy. And you need to protect yourself. Protect your feminine energy, but also let yourself flow. Like, don't hide it away, because it's a really big difference with hiding away and protecting yourself. You know? With the Tower and the Three of Cups coming out, it's like something about celebration is coming through. I feel like you're the type of person that you like to go out, and this is causing an imbalance in your life, because like it's okay to have fun, okay? Like dualism is just fine. Like I'm not judging you for that. Like I like to have fun too. We're supposed to. It's a human experience. But remember to stay balanced in that, like, a balance within the play part of your life and the work part of your life. Because if one of them is not balanced with the other, it's not going to work out, And I feel like the universe is creating this Tower moment for you about this, like, going out thing, because it's clearly not keeping you balanced in your journey. Just remember that your mental health is important, and if you keep trying to ignore things in your life that you don't want to face, that you don't want to look at, with the Two of Swords here, the universe is going to keep shoving it in your face until you look at it. Okay, it's hard, but it's true. And that's why I feel like a lot of these things are something that's happening in your shadow side. Like something in your shadow is coming out through this celebration and through this, like, like this culture of just forgetting about everything, like escapism. And this is creating this clouded judgment for you, because you're not looking at things, you're just trying to forget about them. Instead of trying to escape and forget about things that maybe you don't want to face, really look at the things. Like it's not your first rodeo looking at your shadows. Like I can sense that you're the type of person that you've done a lot of shadow work. It's not a new thing to you. Like you're experienced in that. So what is causing for you to escape this situation? What are you trying to escape? You've done this before. That's what I'm getting, And with the Three of Swords, is maybe you're escaping your feelings. Maybe you're trying to forget about a situation here. What is this card? Okay, the Fool. Interesting. Can I have more guidance for this group of people for their dark feminine? It's like your dark feminine wants you to just destroy them, their memory of somebody in your head, but it's not really happening. And now the King of Cups fell to the floor. So it's like, I feel like some of you could be trying to forget about someone who you were in love with, and that's causing for you to like go out and drink and, you know, use substances. And that's not making you forget about anything. That's just pushing it further away. And that's not what we're here to do, you know? Like, haven't you already learned that the more you push a feeling away, the more it's going to marinate and then just like burst out in the wrong moments, you know? Like, you need to face these feelings and feel them. And your dark feminine wants to, you know, integrate that shadow. Well, that's not one card, but I'll take it. Yeah. The Hermit and the Eight of Pentacles coming out to clarify this. It's like you might be avoiding some sort of illumination of your shadow here with this escapism. This doesn't have to be going out. This could be just anything, like, you know, not experiencing life in the full spectrum, like avoiding grounding yourself, avoiding seeing the world as it is right now, like seeing your reality as it is. As with the Two of Swords, it's kind of that energy, like being stuck in illusions. You need to do this work with yourself to keep the balance that we were talking about before. This inner work, this hermit work. Like, you spend time alone, right? But what do you do with that time? Do you really connect to yourself, or do you just, you know, stare at the screen or try to escape yourself? Why are you trying to drown these emotions with behavior that's causing this cloudiness to you? It's not working out, okay? And your dark feminine doesn't like this, because your dark feminine wants to feel the rage, wants to feel the emotions that are linked to this person or this situation that caused you to start doing this to yourself. Go deep. I'm hearing go deep, go deeper. Like, even if you think you found the answer, go deeper. Now I'm also seeing torn, because it's the Torne card here. So you were definitely like really hurt by somebody, and you haven't really, you know, you haven't really felt the emotions here, and you're being guided to feel them. And maybe they will come through once you really connect to Gaia and really step into deep meditation. I feel like those feelings might start to flow better, and then you can finally release them, because that will really make you feel so much better once you do that. Because your feminine energy, your dark feminine energy wants to feel them right now, and they're guiding you towards that. They're guiding you towards the frustration, the anger, all the pain, all the sadness, the anxiety that this person or this situation made you feel, and release that emotion so that you can start over here. Okay, that's all I'm seeing for you. Thank you so much for watching this reading. I really appreciate the people who allow me to live my purpose. So thank you so much. And I'm sending you healing energy and strength to get through this confusing time in your life. And just remember that miracles do happen. You should believe in miracles, okay? Everything's working out in your favor anyways. But yeah, thank you for watching. I love you. Welcome. This is the third group of people, the third pile, and the pile who chose this clear quartz necklace here. So we're going to start with these 3 cards that I pulled before, and then we're going to get more from the classic tarot later. But at first, let's dip into this energy more here. So this is the card of union. This is the Queen of Earth, and this is the Death or Rebirth card. You have found this beautiful union within yourself. You have integrated a lot of energies within you and done a lot of work to become this person that you are. You're a really calm and relaxing person. Like, your energy feels like a warm hug to me. And I feel like you could be an earth sign or have like a really earthy vibe. But with the Death and the Rebirth card here also coming through, it's like you're ready for this new chapter, right? Like, you're birthing this new version of yourself. And I'm also sensing like something about inner child. Like you're really like giving your inner child the space to do what they have always wanted to do. I'm also like seeing the frog here. You can like frogs and also like the roses and all the animals that you see here, like the wolf and the eagle, the butterfly, like these dragon beings. They could be the signs for you. So take a closer look if you can. I'm being guided to say that to you. But anyways, your inner child is literally glowing here. And it's like this snake is like reminding me of this Kundalini energy that you have created around you that's protecting you from any evil around you. But you're a really like spiritually advanced person. You have done a lot of work on yourself. I can sense that, and you should be proud of yourself. And your dark feminine and your shadow is saying that don't hesitate to celebrate yourself here. I'm also sensing that you might be really humble about all this work that you've done. You're like, oh, well, it's nothing. It's not nothing. You've done a lot of things. You should be proud of yourself. You've come a long way, okay? I've seen the Eight of Wands too. You could be traveling, or maybe you're thinking about traveling somewhere. Getting something about airplanes too. Maybe you live near an airport or something like that. Take what resonates. It's a collective reading. But so what messages does this collective shadow self or dark feminine have to them? The World card. Embrace your cycles. If you're a person with a womb, you're being guided to pay attention to your own menstruation, your own cycles. And you don't have to have a womb to do that. You can just pay attention to like your emotional cycles, what kind of, feelings you're feeling during different times of maybe like the moon cycles. Maybe the moon cycles affect you a lot. You could be really connected to the moon. So maybe pay attention to that more. Can I have a few more cards, please, Spirit? Any more messages from their dark feminine? The Death card again. Wow. I'm hearing like inner spring and inner autumn. So it's like, yeah, okay. What kind of seeds did you plant the last spring? Because now it's like it's your harvest season. Even though it's winter, I'm not sure when you're going to be watching this, but right now in my timeline right now it's winter, so it's kind of weird that that's coming through like in autumn. But right now is the time to harvest those seeds that you planted last spring. And with the Seven of Swords, you are not in competition with anyone, okay? So you don't have to be sneaky about things. You don't have to, you are really protected. Ooh, the Ace of Cups reversed. Maybe I should take that. I don't have reversed cards in my deck. Like, I shuffle them in the way that they always go upright because I don't do reversed cards. So if there's a reversed cards in my deck, it's a really powerful message. But as I was saying with the Seven of Swords, let's move into that later. But with the Seven of Swords, there's no need for you to be sneaky. But maybe protect yourself in the way that don't talk about your plans with anyone. Because just anyone, like random people, they might not have good intentions with you because they can sense that you're a really powerful person, a really powerful spirit. So they might be jealous or whatever. So pay attention to that. But with the Ace of Cups reversed, let me see the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck. With the Ace of Cups reversed, I feel like you sometimes forget to fill your cup fully. You might be somebody who gives a lot to other people, and sometimes you forget to, spend time with yourself and ground your energy because you're a really calm influence, so people might look for comfort in you. This is something that also came through with the first group with this feather. Your energy is really nurturing to other people. So I feel like people could feed off of your energy. And I feel like you're aware of this. You're aware of the energy vampires. And this, sometimes you ignore that feeling of, you know, I should get away from these people. And that's why the Ace of Cups is reversed, because you ignore that intuitive feeling that you should be filling your cup right now. Instead, you're filling other people's cups, you know, from your almost empty cup. You know, you shouldn't do that. Your dark feminine and your shadow is saying that that version of you needs to die now, so that you don't keep on, you know, neglecting yourself like that. Also getting this message that some of you could be dishonest with yourself with, like, with these cards that came out, because you might know what you desire, but you're kind of lacking taking the steps towards these things. So pay attention to what your actions are and what your actions are bringing you towards, because you should be going towards the things that you want to manifest, that you want to attract, and you should always take action inspired by what you desire, right? What kind of cycles do you want to end, and what kind of cycles do you want to, you know, birth out? But definitely, like, the death energy here is really strong. I'm getting like Scorpio energy too, like your connection to the underworld, like 8th house, 12th house energy. It's really strong. Even if you could find it hard to accept that part about yourself, but it's really real, and there's literally nothing wrong with that. That's just your nature, okay? Your words are really powerful. Pay attention on, you know, what kind of music you listen to, like what kind of energies you allow around you, because, you know, other people around you are just extensions of you. So if you even if you consider yourself different from the people around you, you're going to become more like them the more you spend time with them, because your energies are going to get mixed, right? That could also be something that's coming through with the Ace of Cups, but I'm just sensing that there could be people around you who don't deserve to be there. So you should learn the act of, you know, detaching yourself from people and loving them from a distance, so that you can allow yourself to have that filled cup all the time. And so that you can keep on continuing giving yourself this free space and your inner child this, you know, this environment to just be what they want to be, without the fear of judgment from other people. Because if somebody doesn't resonate with you, there's no need for you to, you know, be spending time with them. Also, I'm getting like your dark feminine is saying, like, what are your intentions? Are your intentions pure? What are you looking for in these people? Maybe you're trying to guide them, but you're forgetting that we are our own most powerful guides, you know? Like, our inner guidance knows best. You can't save everyone, right? Because you're this type of person that wants to save people, because you saved yourself, and you find like saving people really, like, it feels like it's your purpose. And it could be like in one way or another, you know, helping other people. But can you do it in a way that keeps your cup full, so that you don't feel drained for trying to help someone who's not taking your advice seriously? With the High Priestess coming out, it's like, you know stuff. You've been knowing. You know a lot of things. Your intuition is really strong. So you could be that you could be that one person in the friend group who was a little bit more like in touch with their inner guidance, and who's just spitting facts, and everyone's just like, I don't want to hear this. Don't talk to me like that. But you just keep saying stuff, and they might not like it, but they always seek the advice from you anyway. They're like, okay, well, you're always right, so continue, you know? Oh. Wow, the Eight of Swords and the King of Swords. Yeah, you're a really intuitive person. And you might be coming off as a little bit colder person right now. Maybe you're protecting something inside of you. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, like the energy that we were talking about before is like the inner world that you have, like this nurturing, comforting, and calm and relaxing energy, and this protective energy. But right now, like you're protecting it really strongly because maybe you've actually noticed that these people are not appreciating your help here. And your dark feminine is like, bitch, stop doing this. This is not where your voice is needed right now because they're not appreciating what you have to say. They're not appreciating your guidance, like this sacred knowledge, like literally channeled from the divine. They're like, whoa, don't talk to me like that, you know? You don't want that around you, okay? And your dark feminine demands respect, and that's not respectful. You know, respect is also respecting the truth, even though it's something that you might not always want to hear. You shouldn't be neglecting it because you feel more comfortable in, you know, living in a false timeline, you know? More cards for advice from this collective shadow side. And one more card, please. The moon. You could be a Cancer or have Cancer placements. or a fire sign. I'm getting also like this mixture of fire and water. Like you're a really passionate person. That's also like the Scorpio vibe. Like your energy is really influential. You're a really inspiring person. And I feel like you need to, you know, realize that that is what you are. You're not really appreciating your own, you know, your uniqueness. And that is showing in the extension of you. That's the people around you. Because if you did actually appreciate your energy, you wouldn't pay attention to people like that, you know? To people that don't appreciate your help or your divine information here. You're a leader. You're somebody who leads an entire generation of people. And you need to claim that place for yourself. Your dark feminine is like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing spending time in these situations where you are not appreciated as what you are? Like these other people, they see you as that too, but they're not giving you that place. Like they're keeping that throne from you because they know that you don't see it. They're keeping this place away from you, so you need to start claiming your place as this powerful and influential person that people look up to, because the further that you go down this path of not appreciating yourself, the further away from your actual true potential you're going to be, you know, taken away from. And with the moon card, I feel like you're not seeing everything clearly, maybe not right now. Like you have this intuition about people around you. But I feel like you could have some illusions too. Like, because sometimes we get our intuition and our, you know, psychic abilities a little bit mixed up. Because if you're a really intuitive person, you might also be like paranoid about people. So, you know, maybe you need to find a way to figure out what is paranoia, what is illusion, and what is actual truth here. Because I feel like you might have some delusions about situations in your life right now. And that is something that also your shadow is trying to tell you here, because the illusions and the delusions that you have are created by your shadow and the parts of your shadow that are not integrated. So when you find out about the truth about those situations, you will see that, oh, this is something that I keep doing to myself. This is a karmic cycle that I'm in. I feel like you could have some sort of trust issues around some people, because like you've noticed that some people take advantage of you and you're not sure how to see good intentions in people, so you might, you know, make up these stories about them in your head. But I would suggest, well, it's not me, it's your shadow that's suggesting this, but Figure out a way that works for you to see what's actually your intuition and what's not. Because with the moon card, it's like saying that there are things that are not true that you're believing that are true. You have so much potential, so keep going down this path of allowing yourself to die and, you know, rebirth yourself as many times as you need to, because there's so many versions of yourself that you haven't yet experienced. That's something I'm also getting here. Okay, this is all I'm seeing for your reading. Thank you so much for watching this reading, because you're allowing me to live my purpose, so I really appreciate it. And thank you. And I love you, okay? I'm proud of you. Bye.